All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna go through these picks for the night. I didn't give official picks, and let's get y'all's picks for the night. It's the after show. Let's see, Marcus Bell in the building. Let's get this thing in. Not a long one tonight again. I just want to do this thing because I'm hungry. And it's going to be an early morning show tomorrow. Well, early morning card. So, 11 o'clock is early to me. So let's go ahead and pull this stuff up. All right. Yeah, here we go. Let's talk. Mojo, what's going on? Yeah, man. Let's get into it, man. Yeah, welcome back. Got an interesting card tomorrow. Who's the main event? Brian Ortega. Yari, what's his name? Yari Rodriguez or Yari Rodriguez? Yair. Yes, Yair, right? Yair Rodriguez. All right. And co-main event is Waterson Lemos. So this would turn out to be a okay card right here, man. Better than last weekend. I don't think a lot of people were feeling last weekend's card. It just seems like that. I didn't really hear anybody talking about the fights last weekend. So, this one, I think it looks pretty good. Let me see. We got how many fights? With 2 canceled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you got 6 on the prelims. 12 fights. Okay, yeah, we got 12 fights. Yeah, but of course we focus on the WMMA, right? We want to take a look at Penae, Ducote, and then we want to look at Tate Murphy, Lemos, Waterson. That's what we're here to talk about, though, right? So these should be some good fights right here. I'm really interested in seeing Ducote, how she looks in her debut. And I'm interested in see how Tate fares at flyweight. She looking kind of big. Y'all see that picture, right? She looking kind of big now. Like she got a little bit of height. Standing side by side with Lauren Murphy. Lauren is a big flyweight. But you got to remember, Miesha Tate coming down from 135. She's going to be a big flyweight. All right. Now you got not Miesha Tate, but you got Michelle Waterson. Michelle Waterson, she made that weight, though. Michelle Waterson's been looking thick. And, she acknowledged it herself. She said, her husband likes her being thick, but she's been able to cut that weight down. I mean, you see the big difference, like from her going from IG, posing in her IG to the weigh-ins. I mean, you got to give her credit, man. No excuses with her. She'll rock the thickness, but then she'll drop the weight. So, hey, she lets you know that anything is possible, right? At 36 years old, she's still doing it. Lemos didn't have any trouble making weight. That's what's up. Sucks this co-main event is 3 rounds. That I think that would be even more deadly for Michelle Waterson if this is going to be a 5-round fight. But no, it's not. It's a 3-round co-main event. So yeah, let's get into it though. Penae and Emily Ducote. Emily Ducote, let's pull this thing up here, is making her UFC debut. Some people think it's overdue. Now I think about it, it's the right time. She's 28 years old. And I think that at 11-6, she's been learning. She's been getting better as a fighter. She has been improving, taking some L's, but I think she's had to go that road. Some fighters do. Some fighters they good with being undefeated, just going on a long win streak, build their confidence that way. But some are just hard workers. Emily Ducote is a pretty good fighter. She's a pretty solid fighter to me. Now, how she gets, if she gets to the top, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, on the level she's on compared to some of these other strawweights, she definitely deserves a chance. Okay, yeah, Lemos, so just a pound over. All right. Is Rose versus Marina confirmed? No, not yet. Let's see. So Emily Ducote has definitely improved in her striking. And I've been watching some of the past few fights of hers. Her timing is better. Her distance management is getting better. That right hand, good counter puncher. And everybody remembers that knockout from back in August against Danielle Taylor. She beat some UFC veterans. Juliana Lima, Danielle Taylor. Who else? Yeah, those are two veterans she beat. Fought some of top competition in Bellator. So she's definitely somebody that deserves a chance to fight in the UFC. Jessica Penae. When was the last time she fought? Let's take a look here real quick. Almost pushing 40. She's 39. Racked up 2 wins since her comeback from her lockdown, her suspension. Now, I know that fight against Lupi, I don't know about that one. I think a lot of people agree with me on that one. I thought Lupi won that fight. I mean, that was about a year ago now, but still, I thought Lupi won that. And the Carolina fight, of course, that's a given. She won that fight, right? So, yeah. But since then, she hasn't fought since August. It's been about a year since Penae's been in there. And then you look at Emily Ducote, she's sharper than me. She's been sharp and active. Let's see. Penne was supposed to fight Pinheiro, Brianna Van Buren. A lot of cancellations. Of course, they weren't her fault. I know Brianna had to pull out once. Then Pinheiro, she had to pull out, right? So that's what's been holding her back from returning. But looking into this one, this is a good introduction for Ducote. Like I said, I think Ducote is sharp, pretty good on the ground, good takedown defense, good in top position, strong. But I think in this fight, I favor her to stick with her stand-up because I think she's sharper. At her age, she's faster. Jessica Penae, once upon a time, I said she had some pretty decent hands, maybe back in like 2015, 2016. I thought her hands were pretty sharp, but Joanna showed different. She said, no, my hands are sharper. So if it goes to if it goes to the ground, I'll favor Penae there because she is a black belt. She is solid on the ground. Let me see how many submission wins she's had. She hasn't had a great deal in the UFC. She's got most of her submission wins when she was in Invicta. So she's still dangerous. She's still dangerous though. But other than that, she can be outworked. She could definitely be outworked. Danielle Taylor did. And she can be countered easy. So early look for me tomorrow. I think it's the first fight on the card, right? I got a favor. I'm favoring Emily Ducote in this one. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at footage at the same time here, so bear with me. But yeah, because even looking at this Karolina Kowalkiewicz fight, that's about a year ago now. There's really not much you can go off of that and say that, oh yeah, Penae is going to do the same thing to somebody like Ducote. Not at all. I mean, Ducote's a different fighter to me. Emily Ducote brings more to the table. So, and she's ready. Like I said, she's going to be ready for this. So I'm going with Emily Ducote in this one. I think she can do it by decision. Yeah, I think she's got the hands. I think she's got the strength. But we'll see. Like I said, if she avoids the ground, she should be able to get this one. So I'm going with Emily Ducote. But let me know what y'all got, though. Let me see. Danny said, I'm excited for Ducote. Yeah, I am. I am too, because I've been waiting to see her sign. You know. Let me see, Zaman, what's going on? He said he's got Ducote in this one. Mojo said he's got Ducote by decision in this one. Yeah, I got Ducote. Yeah, I think she's going to do it by decision. Let me see. Yes, I think everybody pretty much going with Ducote in this one, which I am. You know, I mean, don't ever count out the experience of Penae, but you got to look at the experience and youth of Ducote. You know, she has both on her side, and she's active. So I'm gonna go with Ducote. George said it was Emily's knockout and Zapatella win that got her into the UFC. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was nothing left for her to do. You know, she defended her belt, scored a good knockout, so they had to pick her up. Now, you know, wasn't no more fights for her, and that might be the road to Nisha Tennant goes. You know, if she can knock Olga Rubin out, maybe they'll pick her up, or maybe, you know, she might have to fight 2 more times and get some knockouts or some TKOs, you know. All right, so let's see. Lauren Murphy and Miesha Tate. Oh boy, did y'all ever watch that interview? Miesha Tate was running the daycare up in that. She was running the daycare up in that press fight interview. She had her kids running around, everything. But no, Lauren Murphy, that interview, I know I was talking about that earlier. You know, she's didn't really go into the Miesha Tate fight. She was kind of bringing up the Valentina Shevchenko fight, you know, talking about withdrawing for that. So I was like, where's her mind at? You know, I know she wanted to address that, but I was just like, you know, let's focus on this Miesha Tate fight. Like, I want to know how she feels about this. Like, what is Miesha Tate bringing to the table that she thinks she can nullify or whatever, you know? But yeah, she spent most of the interview talking about the Valentina Shevchenko situation and her illness from last time. Miesha Tate, though, looking at her at the weigh-in, it's like a pretty big flyweight, you know. So when they both come in, they're probably going to be about evenly matched. You know, I know everybody was thinking Lauren's going to be the physically bigger fighter to be able to handle her, which she might. Like I said, it depends on how Miesha Tate performs and how she moves in the cage tomorrow. But I don't know, man. It just seems so 50-50 to me because they both lack that they both lack defense. You know, they both get pieced up and marked up easy. So it's not really like it just go with one over the other. Now, if it goes into the clinch, if it goes to the ground, yeah, I would favor Miesha Tate because, you know, she's already wrestled at a high level and, you know, she's handled some big fighters before, you know. So handling somebody like Lauren Murphy in the clinch and wrestling her down to get them takedowns should be no issue. I mean, you've seen Lauren Murphy do it to several fighters like JoJo, you know, good size flyweights, but they just lack the ground game. You know, fighters like that lack the ground game. So I think for Lauren Murphy in this fight, you know, if she plays the boxer in this one, she could win this. You know, because she's faster than Ketlen Vieira. She puts combinations together and she will like let her hands go. So if Lauren Murphy wants to use her lateral movement, pick her shots, she should be able to win a stand-up fight. Similar to Ducote, you know, she's got the stand-up. So she has to make sure she just uses her fight IQ. But that's the thing. Sometimes Lauren Murphy, she'll get drawn into a slugfest. You know, doesn't have the head movement, you know, so she could go in there and throw combinations. But if Miesha Tate's been working on her hands, which she needs to be doing, you know, she's going to be connected. It's like if you go back and look at this fight, I'm looking at Andrea Lee and Lauren Murphy. Andrea Lee was teeing off on Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy had the jab, she had the right hand, just didn't have the head movement. So both of these fighters with lack of head movement, I'll tell you one thing, you will see blood in this fight. Somebody's gonna be bleeding by the end of the first round. I'll tell you that right now. With these two type of fighters, somebody's gonna be bleeding into the first round. George said Miesha Tate has no real hands. Yeah, that's one thing about her. Like her jab has never really been on point. Even the way she stands, her always in that wide stance. She's never really in a position to hit and not get hit. She's gonna throw a couple shots, maybe run in behind the right hand, or throw them shots, eat a few, and hope her opponent stands still so she can go in for a takedown. So I don't know, man. This pick, I'm rooting for Lauren Murphy in this one. But looking at this type of style matchup, like you have to be a solid wrestler, solid grappler, strong fighter to counter Lauren Murphy and her physicality. I remember, let me see, who is that? Sarge. Sarge handled Lauren Murphy. If Miesha Tate's able to do what she did, I could see her winning this fight. It would be interesting for Tate to win, just to see Valentina get her main event. See her get her main event and see if Tate can do what she says she's going to do. If she can pick up where Tyler Santos left off. In that manner, I want to see it. But I don't want to see her jump ahead of other fighters like Manon. So, that's where I get salty at. I'm like, man, if Tate wins, she going to get the shot over Manon Fiorot and them other fighters that deserve it. So, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind Lauren Murphy just shutting that down. Just go ahead and shut it down, right? Danny said that would be easy work for Valentina. Yeah. It would. Just, I don't see Tate being able to do what Tyler did. Even in just that grappler standpoint, I don't think she has that athleticism that Tyler Santos has, or that physical strength. Like, going back and looking at those rounds, Tyler Santos, what really helped her in these fights was that muscle, that strength, that ability to pick fighters up and handle them. Like, that was one of the things that she was able to use to her advantage, and I don't know if Miesha Tate's gonna be able to do that. She's not gonna be able to do it in that fashion. You have to have some type of strength. Andrade didn't have the frame or the height. That's why she got handled. None of these other fighters that fought Valentina had physical strength like that. But the minute Tyler comes along, they worked on a good, well, I won't say perfect. They worked on a worthy game plan to show what's needed. But it wasn't a full-on put together plan to win convincingly over Shevchenko. And I don't know if Tate has that. Like, Tate doesn't really have the IQ, I don't think, to measure how Tyler did against Valentina. She made her miss a lot of roundhouse kicks and making her miss some left hands. Like, Tyler was still doing a good job of measuring that and baiting Valentina. But I don't, Tate has more of a, blood and guts attitude. She's going to rush you. So I don't see her faring well, even if she beats Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy said, Lauren Murphy saying that if she beats her, she wants a title eliminator fight. If she beats Tate, she wants a title eliminator fight. I know what everybody gonna say about that, but hey, she said it. Maybe she's feeling revamped. She said she should have pulled out of the last time she fought Valentina. So I don't know. Yeah, George said she has to keep it standing. Yeah, keep it standing. Yeah, I'm I'm not 100% on anything here. I'm gonna say Lauren Murphy. I want to see Lauren Murphy do it. I do. Who do y'all got though? Let me know who y'all got. Marcus Bell said no. Who are you sticking with, Marcus? Are you picking Lauren Murphy or Tate? Let me see. George said that muscle was a disadvantage to Santos. She was getting drained from all that oxygen and blood feeding that muscle. She I won't say it was like a big disadvantage because she did use it well. Like that's her natural build, to me. Like I think it wasn't really the muscle that drained her. I think it was the fact that she was just using a lot of energy trying to neutralize Valentina. Like I don't think it was a muscle because I never really seen her gas before. I think she was just doing a lot of work just to get what she needed. Like really overexerting herself on the ground to hold Valentina in like that rear naked choke position. That was probably taking a lot out of her. So she needs to just kind of find more of a pace and not try to grapple as hard, but get takedowns and work in more ground and pound. Like Wei Lee's been doing. Break your opponent down with strikes, being active on the ground like Juliana Pena does. Marcus said he's sticking with Ducote and Lemos. Okay. But he ain't got to pick in this one. Look, however this fight goes, it goes. I think it should be good. I think we should be getting blood. Like we just watch this fight just to watch it and not judge who's going to be getting Valentina next. It should be good. So I think it's pretty much a given that Tate, if she wins, she's going to get a title shot. Murphy said if she wins, she wants to fight a title eliminator. So who knows? Tate might fight Andrade Manon Fury winner next. Zama said ground and pound is more tiring. Not necessarily. Nah, not really. Because you got to remember, Valentina's have somebody, showing a lot of resistance. Like if you holding somebody in like a triangle with your legs wrapped around their body, Zama, that's tiring. And you constantly fighting with that person who's almost as strong as you, trying to hold them in place. The thing about ground and pound is if you land an effective shots, you wearing that person down. Like when you see Manon like landing hammer fists on a fighter's head, that's not as tiring because you're wearing that person down and you're building up momentum. Think about it. Holding on to somebody is wearing your muscles down. You tighten on them like an anaconda. If you think you have that type of strength, you'll feel it after 2 or 3 rounds. So ground and pound is not more tiring. Why do you think Wei Lee's doing it to her opponent? Like she gets Joanna down and she's beating the crap out of her. Why do you think she stopped her? She broke her down. Versus you just holding this tight position on your back. Back is a very vulnerable position. So no, to me, ground and pound would be more effective. And it showed. Why you think she was worn down by the 5th round? Versus somebody who's breaking you down with ground and pound, they're landing more effective shots. Valentina was landing even those little strikes to do damage on Tyler Santos. She came out with more in her tank, right? So yeah, ground and pound. If you are or on somebody, if you're in full mount, you pretty much already have the top position. You have your weight on that person's body. They're already on their back where they can't get leverage versus like you with a triangle on their back and they're constantly hitting you in the back, hitting you from behind, they're hitting you in the head. And they're constantly trying to squeeze and turn into your guard. That's a lot of work. You're multitasking. your whole body's working. I mean, ground and pound is too, but again, you have the advantage. And that's what I'm saying. When you land in ground and pound, I'm talking about you you with the advantage. But yeah, I don't think Misha Tate just has that type of strength or that type of size to get any type of rounds in like Tyler Santos did. Because I think Tyler Santos can build off of this and do better the next time. You know, but anyway, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see if she can get this, if she can get this victory and move on. Mm, 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 mm. But it's like I told y'all Tyler Santos would give her a good fight though. But that's another story. um, co-main event, our main event, the WMMA fans main event. Michelle Waterson versus Amanda Lemos. All right. So Amanda Lemos is coming off her loss to Jessica Andrade. And that was what, back in April. She making her comeback about 2 months, 2.5 months, almost 3 months later. And I give her a pass for that. I mean, I definitely give her a pass for that fight because that's how it is, man. Like everybody knows you fight somebody like Andrade. Andrade just got unnatural strength. Always has that power factor. I was hoping Lemos was gonna pull it off, but it's come and gone now. It happens. So, anyways, Amanda Lemos, she's said she's been calling out Michelle Waterson. Dang, she said she's been calling out a lot of fighters. She said she's been chasing her. I think Tisha Torres. She says she's been chasing some fighters. So this matchup here is a much better. I think it's a much better matchup for her. I think Michelle Waterson. Of course, has seen better days. She's 36, about 5'3". She's made weight. So not a very big straw weight. So this is Amanda Lemos' time to shine once again. I think she can go in here, and if she uses her boxing, striking, she uses that range, doesn't chase, doesn't throw a lot of wild haymakers. If she can walk it down, she can walk Michelle Waterson down, keep a lot of pressure on her, keep her jab in her face, attack the legs, attack them early. She should be able to get this. She should be able to get it. It should be no problem. But with that being said, I'm definitely not counting out Waterson. Michelle Waterson, she's tough. She's durable. A lot of people talk about her, but they don't be doing their resume check. Like I said, Michelle Waterson, tough fighter. She's been there with some tough customers. Hasn't been finished in 5 years. Went back and forth with some tough fighters. Did she fight 5 rounds with Joanna? I gotta keep bringing that up because I can't believe she lasted 5 with her. Yeah, she did. Yeah, that was a main event. Yeah, man. So for somebody like Michelle Waterson, even though Joanna doesn't have a lot of pop, I thought that was impressive for her to go 5 rounds. She's like I said, a small straw weight. She was able to last that long, and they were going back and forth. She's tough. She's gonna be a tough fight for Amanda Lemos. She's got a variety of kicks. Head kicks, those spin kicks that she can do. She can use her own lateral movement, move back and forth, side to side. And yeah, Bluebird said, yeah, she went 5 with Rodriguez too. The body kicks. Decent wrestler. I think her ground game is going to be like a wild card in this fight. But yeah, she went 5 with another power puncher. So that tells me something that she has angles. She has the style and she does have speed. Granted, that career-ending injury that she almost had doesn't take effect in this fight. Granted, she doesn't have that. If she don't have any issues with that injury, her movement shouldn't be a problem. So Michelle Waterson has no problem taking power away. She could take the power away from Joanna a bit. Some of these other brawlers she fought, like Carolina, Courtney Casey. Rose couldn't really land like a good clean shot to knock her out. Rose had to get her down and choke her out. There were some nice competitive moments when they fought, but when she got down to the ground, that's where Rose is much better. So, yeah, I think Michelle Waterson, her movement is what saves her from some of these heavy strikers, even Marina Rodriguez. Like I said, Marina is the longer fighter, but Michelle uses kicks like long jabs. When she was like sticking Marina and she like speared her in the body. She speared Marina in the body and like hurt Marina, like I think it was like the third or fourth round of their fight. Kicked Marina in the mouth and like had her mouth swelling too. So I'm like, this girl's effective. I've just been going back and looking at some of her fights. I'm like, yo, she's got movement and she can do damage. Now, granted, she hasn't beat the elite fighters she's fought. Like she lost to Marina, Carla, Joanna, Rose, and those fighters like that. But if you sleep on her and you ain't ready for her movement, hey, she can outwork you. And right now, man, Lemos, she's not. Unfortunately, she's not considered on that level with Marina and Joanna. Like she's on those levels with the fighters Michelle Waterson has beat, like Courtney Casey and Carolina. Yeah, those fighters. Felice Herrig. In her like heyday, like 4 or 5 years ago. Like that's where Amanda Lemos sits right now. I mean, you can agree or disagree, but I mean, I'm looking at resume and where she's placed right now. So that's where she stands. Lemos hasn't done anything to say, okay, she's top 3 or top 5 level. So Waterson's beat that lower level competition, mid competition. But when she stepped up her game, that's where she lost. But she's been able to beat that lower level competition because the way she, like I said, she can stick and move and even fight out of range, even though she's a shorter fighter. So cutting real estate off is going to be very important for Lemos. Keep it mid range, stay in her chest. Start attacking legs. Calf kicks, feint with her jab from body to the head, line up a shot, and just apply that type of pressure. Wear Michelle Waterson down. Whatever the injury is, you gotta expose it. You gotta expose that injury. Waterson, like I said, if she uses her movement, slides in a takedown here and there, and can control Lemos against the cage, I think those are her advantages. You might be in for an interesting fight. I see decision in this one, though. I'm seeing the decision. I like Michelle Waterson, but I just like her as a fighter, but not in this one. But I'm gonna go with Lemos because I think Lemos out to make a statement here. I think she's gonna have a rough first round here and there. There's gonna be some close moments, but I think she might take over in the second and third. But don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised if Waterson go in there and get a victory now. I'm just saying. SK said he thinks Penae wins tomorrow. How do you think she wins? Like, I see if Penae wins, I see it on the ground, honestly. I think her advantage would be on the ground. It would have to be her getting a submission or just controlling Ducote on her back. But yeah, I think Lemos can win this thing by decision. I don't see her knocking Waterson out, anything like that, because nobody's knocked Waterson out in the UFC, right? I don't think. No, she ain't never been knocked out. Just been choked out by Rose Namajunas. But yeah, she's never been knocked out. So she's got movement and she's got durability. So a lot of experience on this card. That's why it's hard to like put money or be solid on a pick. Yeah, because Penae, she brings a lot of experience. Tate's bringing a lot of experience. Waterson's bringing a lot of experience. So if them three got the victory, it's going to be off of their veteran skills, Let me see. Bluebird said Penae is very experienced and slick on the ground. Yeah, it's very slick on the ground. And if she wins, it'll have to be on the ground to me. How many times is Emily Ducote been submitted? I think Ali Malay submitted her. James Perez, what's up? He said, who got Tate or Murphy? Man, I'm teetering on this one. I'm rooting for Lauren Murphy, but I think Tate's gonna win. Let me put it that way. Zama said Ducote can be painfully low volume sometimes. Yeah, I think she invests in efficiency and power. She invests in precision, and I think that could be her downfall. She's very, very accurate with her strikes, and if you look into always land with that power, you can get outworked. And Penae, she can throw some combinations. She can throw some flurries. So if she sticks to that game plan and slides in takedowns, you never know. You just never know. James Perez said Tate 1,000% get a title shot if she wins. Yeah, I think she is. Marcus said if Tate gets a title shot, this wouldn't be a good look for the flyweight division. If she does get it, it wouldn't be a good look. Yeah, I mean, that's the direction we going now. That's the direction we going now. James Perez said Tate is a real beast at 125. Imagine she beats Murphy worse than Bullet did. Imagine she beats Murphy. Imagine she beats Murphy worse than Bullet did. I don't see her doing that. I don't think it would be more back and forth to me. But that would be crazy, I think. Yeah. George said Tate not getting a title shot. Okay. You watch. Valentina already called it. I mean, I know you got to hear from Valentina's mouth, but Valentina's already said if she wins this fight, they're going to try to set up a main event. Tate going to get that title shot. Who else is going to get it? If Miesha Tate win this fight, she getting it. See, Zama said Ducote almost lost to Lemos because of inactivity. I thought she beat Kanako Murata. I like Kanako Murata, but I thought she beat her, man. Maybe her lack of activity in that fight cost her a fight. What do you think? I thought she did. It was a split decision, but I thought she won it. Yeah, make sure you hit the like. Got like 20 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, we closing in on 1,000 pretty soon. Still, like 50 subs away. Something like 50 something subs away. 59, I think. Wait a minute. Hold on. 55 away. 55 away from 1,000. So, yeah, make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't. James Perez says either Tate or bantamweight title. It'll be Tate. Unless Dana doesn't see any money made in her main event against Shevchenko. But Mick Maynard, he made a suggestion for her to move down, so I think it's a title shot. Yeah, y'all watch. She'll get it. Because why you think Mick Maynard told her to move down? Mick Maynard, she said in an interview, see, I thought it was Miesha Tate's idea to move down to 125. But if y'all listen to these interviews, she said it. Listen to these fighters say. See, I ain't making clickbait. I ain't doing hearsay. I'm listening to what the fighter said. Misha Tate said, McMahon said, move down to 125 because she wanted to know where can I get the quickest title shot. He said move down to 125. He wanted her at 125. So she said she can make it. So she's with her being at 125. This ain't no one off. If she wins this fight, she's gonna get a title shot. Right? So he made the suggestion. This ain't no one-off deal. She already said it herself. Like, what did she say in the interview about being glad she lost to Ketlin Vieira or something like that? Because something about, or no, yeah, because if she won, it probably would have prolonged her chances of getting the title shot at 135, something like that. But yeah, y'all know if she wins, she gonna get it. Exactly, Mojo. See, Mojo, he that's what I'm saying. Mojo, Mojo's a reader. We don't be guessing, right? Like I said, we don't be doing hearsay. I'm listening to what the fighter says. Ulysses, what's up, man? Bluebird said Lauren looks stronger at 125 than Tate does. Well, based off of what we've seen, yeah, Lauren has the strength advantage, but Tate, we'll see tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. I almost said tomorrow night. Well, for me, James says she should have to fight more. She will get a title shot right away if she loses. Yeah, I think she has to put together a string of wins to me. Yeah, the Dana White privilege is real, Dana White privilege is real. So yeah, she looks bigger than Lauren Murphy too, or about the same size. The height's about the same. If you look in this picture, Lauren looks a bit more ripped. Healthy and ready to go. Yeah, Ulysses says she looks good. Yeah, she looks good. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she looks good. She looks physically ready. Chance to who y'all picking? Pena or Nunes? I'm still not sure. I'm leaning towards Nunes. Something about Nunes throwing an axe and winning $10,000. I think woke something up in her. She was like, you know what? I'm back. And like I said, her face was already looking trim, like she was, trying to stay close to weight. I'm gonna go with Nunes for right now. James Press says she doesn't look drained. Either Murphy takes care of her, she'll get the whooping she's been craving by the end of the year. Yeah, I mean, really, Murphy just got to take a page out of the book of her recent fight against Ketlin Vieira, and just piece her up. Pena 60-40. Yeah, I got it. Nunes 60-40 for me. All right, so yeah, those are my picks here. I'm gonna go with Ducote, and I think let me see, I think my analyst pick will be for Tate here. Yeah, but I'll do Ducote. Analyst pick, I think. Let me see, Murphy. Yeah, I'll do Murphy and Lemos. All right, Chin says he's gonna stick with Pena. Okay, Yeah, Marcus said he's going with Nunes. TJ's going with Nunes. Let me see. Nunes, Pena, the GOAT. Brian said he hopes she retires. Who you want to retire? You want Murphy to retire? Oh, Brian, who you want to retire? Oh, you talking about Misha Tate? Robot Chicken, what's going on? He said Ducote, Lemos, Tate for me. Yeah, those are, Tate. I'm on the fence with that. I'm like, she might get it. Ulysses said he going with Nunes. Yeah, I'm going with Nunes, man. Like I said, man, she just something about her winning that axe throwing. I'm just being funny. All right. James Perez said Lemos Waterson is solid too. Yeah, Lemos should get it. I think so. Okay, Brian said well, Misha didn't look healthy at the weigh-in to him. Let's look at the weigh-in real quick. I'm gonna pull it up. Chen said I don't trust Michelle to beat Lemos. No, I don't. Now if she wins, now I ain't gonna be surprised. Now if she puts on some work rate or volume on Lemos, I think Ducote and Lemos, that's where the downfall might be. Is the volume activity in rounds. Let me see Misha Tate at this weigh in. I want to see how she looks. The official weigh in. I'm gonna look at the official weigh in. Let me see. She look fine. I mean, she don't look like Joanna do. You know how Joanna looks when she tries to when she does make 115. She looks all right. Let me see if I can clip a. Let me clip a picture here, and I'm gonna show y'all. High five. What's going on? I don't think I seen high five in the building in a minute. What have I? Yeah, I thought Misha looked okay. I mean, she wasn't like skeletal. She didn't look like skeletal or drained. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised she made 125 too. I thought she really would have had trouble, but she said she got it. Let me see. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show you the picture. Yeah, because this is the official weigh-in. So hang on. Let's see. High five said I was busy with the competition. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, snap. Oh. Give me a second. When is Manon Andrade? September, the first weekend of September. What is that? September 4th, right? September 3rd, yeah. Okay. All right. Brian said he got Ducote. George said her hands never improved. Somebody says she does that little thing with her hands. I think. Well, I kind of noticed that how she does a little shake with her hands, a little faint. All right. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Like, she don't look. I don't think she look bad. Do you? Actually, look like she made it on point, and she still got muscle. Like, what do y'all think? Look at the picture. Like, look at the picture. Like, what do you think? Like, did she look bad? I mean, yeah, did she not look good to y'all? I mean, I think she looks fine. It's actually not really showing. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't look like even at her age, it doesn't look like oh, she looks like somebody that was a bantamweight and drained and killed herself to make 125. Yeah, she looks on. She looks on point to me. I just wanted to double check and look at these official weigh-ins because I know I didn't miss it. I thought she looked okay. James said, "Did you hear about Bullet being injured or not really?" No, I haven't heard about it. Yeah, she just looks smaller. I mean, but it's actually like a good small. Like if she was trying to just lose weight, she looks like she has still has muscle and definition. Yeah, Stoyarenko trying to cut down to 135. Now that looked bad. I mean, Joanna, even though she makes 115, she looks bad. Moses, I think it should depend the type of fight outcome for Tate versus Murphy to decide what's next for either of them. A convincing finish for Tate could raise eyebrows. A boring split decision, not so much. I agree. I agree with Mojo's his input. I do. I agree with this here because if Misha Tate get a split decision, ain't nobody gonna be saying anything like, "Oh yeah, like she ready," right? At least when Tyler dominated Roxy and darn near knocked JoJo out and choked her out, at least that made people say, "Oh yeah, this girl's got the goods," because she was passing the test, right? But if Misha Tate wins in a bloody close split decision, nah, she gotta get another fight. She gotta fight Caitlin Chikagan. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to talk about that. I mean, if it happens, I'm gonna be the first to petition and say if she split decision wins over Lauren, no way, no way. Yeah, George. Yeah, when women have kids, they start to lose that because it stretches and that whole ab wall goes away. But I think hers looks pretty good for somebody that had two kids. She still's got part of it. But yeah, whenever you have them kids, they can kiss them days of washboard abs goodbye. Tate is on point with her nutrition and preparation. Lady has been at it for a while. Yeah, since I think February she said at one point she was already starting to you know cut down a little bit. Yeah, Brian said he's got Ducote, Tate, and Lemos. Okay. So yeah, real quick. Shout out to Zhang Wei Li. She won her Fighter of the Mid-Year Award. I know a lot of people that shocked a lot of people. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, not bad, right? I mean, give me reasons why she doesn't deserve it. Give me reason why she does. Like, I'm gonna go with James said Ortega or Yair. I'm gonna go with Yair. Yeah, the card ain't bad tomorrow. Card is pretty decent. I'm looking for that. I'm gonna watch the Yair fight. Um, it's not bad. Yeah, George. When yeah, when women having kids, it's just something like you look at there's another fighter, what's her name? Shannon Young. Her abs have been stretched. I'm not saying she fat, no, not at all. But like you can see like the stomach muscle, Shannon Young, like the stomach muscle stretch. Like it looks hard, but it still stretches because of the pregnancy. Especially if it's like a big baby or hard labor, it'd be hard for that stuff to come back. Which that's why I say I understand with women, you know what I mean? Like when they get to that point, I'm not wanting to be hard on women about their bodies like that, especially, if they had babies, that's what their bodies are made for. It ain't really supposed to look like a man's anyway, right? So if you can't get the abs like you used to as a woman, hey, I understand. TJ said Agapova deserved it. Speaking of Agapova, Agapova is out of her fight with Jin Yoon Kim. Jin Yoon Kim is now taking on Jocelyn Edwards at 135. Agapova is out. Ulysses says she deserved it. Yeah, I think midway through the year, who else is there? Like, because I'm gonna say it like this. Look, I'm gonna do a video on this. Look, it, as much as I defend Carla on certain things, there is no way in heck, even by which is sad. Look, Carla made history for herself, for her legacy. She became a two-time champion, but it was in the fashion how she wanted. That could have been her chance to become fighter of the mid-year, right? But you see how you got to watch that. Look how performances can affect your market and your value. Carla got the belt, but who got the award and the recognition? Zhang Wei Li, right? So you have to look at certain things like that. Like, even if she didn't go in there and try to like take Rose's head off, but if she gave more effort and at least like dominated 3 rounds, she would be holding that award that Zhang Wei Li got. I would have gave it to, I would have suggested it. I would have said, no, not Kayla Harrison. I said, no, Carla went in there and dominated Rose. She gave good effort. She put on a good fight. She became a two-time strawweight champion. But here you have a fighter coming. Here you have the fighter coming off of 2 losses to Rose, goes in there and starches former pound for pound Joanna, and she earns it like that. Y'all see the ingredients there, right? Like I said, wrong is wrong in certain situations. That's why I'm saying like certain things Carla had said at the time I was with, but when it comes down to a person's value, Wei Lee is opening my eyes more. Like not like I said, I ain't gonna listen to everybody out there. Like I'm gonna listen to I'm gonna look at the fighters' moves here, like what they do, and I'm looking at Zhang Wei Li. Like she corrected her wrongs from her last time. She came back in with her confidence, and I think that's what the award was based off of. It was based off of improvements, taking chances, not playing it overly safe, and it was about entertainment, which is why I think a lot of people lose, like in the who are overly cautious, like the stinker that Rose and Carla put on. They forgot it was entertainment, so they kind of knocked themselves out of the box. Whoever the winner was going to be, for a chance at real recognition here, to be known as if not fighter of the mid-year, but fighter of the year. So yeah, like I have no problem with Zhang Wei getting it because it came down to more than just the belt. It came down to effort, entertainment, the improvements that were made, the excitement that Zhang Wei Li brought in just one fight versus their 5 round stinker. So in competition, like her taking out Joanna, I think holds more value than the victories that Kayla Harrison is getting because of the level that this is on. And that's just me. Who else in the past 6 months has looked that part on the elite level with the women for this year, right? She got to it before Valentina did. Valentina didn't have the best showing against Tyler Santos. I mean, she won and she was tested. Yeah, but I mean, what Zhang Wei Li did that night, it was just uh so much more. Oh wow. That night when I saw it happen, I was like, wow. I'm sorry. Um, I enjoyed it. Talk about the 2 years old, but Zhang Wei Li's performance that night was impressive. So if you want to give her the victory for those things that I named, fine. That's it. Yeah, Carla, got to take some note there, man. Got to take some note there because you have to have something to make what's the word? You have to know your worth. You gotta make yourself valuable. Not just to yourself, but well, not just to yourself, but to the organization you fight for. You hold that belt, but Dana, he'll try to set you up to get you out of there for sure. You know. Yeah, Marcus. Yeah. Agapova. Yeah, we got Jocelyn Evers and Ken. Yep. Uh, yeah, Chen. We agree on this one. I mean, yeah, she looked good in that one fight, and I mean, taking out Joanna, somebody who's known to be the better striker and beat her at her own game, is just like fireworks. Gary Baldwin, what's up? He said JoJo apparently got cut. No, JoJo's actually taking a leave of absence. She's gonna be out for the rest of the year, so they took her out of the rankings. So she's not cut yet. No, George, I haven't. George said, "Have you heard from my car?" Carol wrote, "No, I don't know what's going on there." I like Sarah McMahon though. I hope Sarah McMahon can get for the old heads out there. I hope Sarah McMahon can do that. Who was in the running? Let me pull it up. Who was in the running for all the women? It was Kayla Harrison, Zhang Wei Li, and who else? High Five said Wei Li put another great reel into her highlights. She TKO Andrade and Joanna, and then she gave Joanna the forehead too. Yep, first woman to KO face plant her. Yeah. I mean, you got to think it's mid-year too. So out of the 6 months, who really put on a better performance in January from January to June? It's not really a big list, y'all. I mean, in 12 months we'll talk. Let me see who's on that thing. Mid-year ESPN. Okay, let me see the best female fighter and who's the whole list? Okay, UFC Mid-Year Awards, best female and male, finish, prospect, and more. All right, hold on. Best men's fighter was a tie, Charles Oliveira and Volkanovski. Okay. Best women's fighter was Zhang Wei Li. Most improved was Kevin Holland. Best rookie was Madalena. Best submission was Proska. Best knockout was Chandler over Tony Ferguson. Best fight was Teixeira and Proska. Oh, they only had one award for the women, huh? Or as far as it goes. I wonder if I think other categories included all women too. But let me see. Who was she up against though? I don't know. But what she's done, I think, knocking out Joanna, that was pretty impressive. Like from January to June, did anybody else score a big highlight reel knockout? Yeah, Moses said Whaley put on dominant performance, knockout of a former champion who fought all the best. I think she deserved it. Yeah, I was thinking about it too, but then I said, you know what? I think she does. Since I keep in mind she made Joanna sit out for 2 years. Yeah, I think that beating did something to her. You know, just like y'all boxing fans, if y'all know, Tyson Fury has to retire because of that beating he took from Deontay Wilder in 3 fights. Yeah, he may have won and knocked Deontay Wilder out and beat him bad, but Tyson Fury actually has to retire because he didn't really go into details, but he's about to retire because of that fight, those 3 fights with Wilder. The boss said Whaley was the only high ranked female that fought decisively so far this year. That's why she got the award, probably. Yeah. Yeah, Gary. The UFC website is slow, man. Like it takes a while. Sometimes they don't update that thing until Thursday. It's supposed to be updated on Tuesday. They don't update it till Thursday. Montana's fighting on the new fighting though. Montana Del Rosa is fighting one the new Silvas. Oh, you mean she gonna fight Natalia or what's the other one's name? I got either one of them beating her. Yeah, Gary. I see that too. Yeah, if she fight one of them, I got either one of them beating her. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no, the boss. You're right. I mean, there's been some great fights overall. Yeah, but like when you look at high rank and elite level, it would probably have to be her. Efren, what's going on, man? He said, yeah, that first fight would change a person. Yeah, I think it did. I think after about, a few days off and, the swelling went down, she's probably advised from her doctor to take 2 years off. You never know what's said behind the scenes. Robot Chicken said he don't think Nunez took opinion seriously. I don't, part of me wants kind of thinks that way too. I think I'm gonna go with Shane Burgos, Robot Chicken. I'm not 100%, but I'm gonna go with Shane Burgos. Gary Baldwin said, "Why is Moreau not ranked?" Y'all want to talk about that real quick? Hold on. You know why? Because Amanda Ebos is ranked. Amanda Ebos made 15. Well, no, Moreau isn't ranked because of inactivity. I'm gonna be real, Gary Baldwin. I mean, like, she's not ranked because she's got 3 wins in the flyweight division, but it's like a year or 2 apart with each win. So that's why she's not ranked. Her inactivity is keeping her from being ranked. Now, if she gets one more win, she might get ranked, but her wins were so far apart. And like a year off, you don't get put in the rankings. or you get knocked out of the rankings with some fighters. So to me, I think that's what it was. But does Ebos deserve it? Ebos in a close loss, is that enough to get a victory? Is fighting Caitlin Chikeg into a split decision loss, is that enough to get top 15 or bottom 15? Andrade having the best sub of the year. I can see that. Yeah. Don't really see people get sub like that. That was a very, very good sub. And I mean the look on Lemos's face, I mean, describes it too. So yeah, I think that could be sub of the year. I don't know if anybody's really gonna come close to that. Gary Baldwin says so Ebos over Moreau is okay. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that either. I would put there's got to be somebody else though that you can put over Ebos to me. Like I make an argument for why Moreau's not in there right now, but that doesn't mean Lemos gets the spot either. But I put Moreau over, okay? I would, because at least she does have 3 wins. They far apart, but I would put her, okay? Because Ebos lost. Ebos freaking lost. Even if it's a close loss, like, is that good enough to get a spot? I'm just trying to make logic here. Like, am I the only one thinking that is weird? I mean, I'll do a video talking about it later. I just didn't expect to talk about it, but he brought it. Gary, you brought it up, so I'm thinking. The boss said, "Don't forget, E-Boss also beat Paige Van Zandt at 125. Oh yeah, that holds weight." Ulysses said, "Will Valentina defend this year?" She might fight in December or November, whichever card's in November, December. I think Valentina might fight, which means Misha Tate, right? Misha Tate fights in July, then they might not fight for another 5 months. So yeah, which card is in July? Okay. Okay. 280. Okay. Yeah, it might be 280. If Tate wins convincingly and she feeling herself, she might fight at the end of the year. So yeah. Okay. Ulysses said MSG 281 is November. Abu Dhabi is October. Yeah, Mojo. Yeah, 3 fights in 4 years with all 3 are wins. So yeah, I would give her the spot. You know what? Let's forget. Let's just say it. Look, that is the fight to make. Ebos versus they have like not similar build, but they both came from strawweight. They're about a good size. I want this fight right here. Forget matchmaking Monday. I'm gonna do it right now. This is the fight we need. Ebos Moreau. That's the fight to make. We can't decide on who deserves that 15. Shoot, Moreau called her out, right? When Moreau didn't call her out, but Moreau said she was mad. Let's pull up Moreau's Instagram. We're gonna read that. Moreau out here posting like these thirst traps and stuff. But hey, I gotta give her credit. She's still fighting. So I ain't want to criticize. She out here posting a lot of skin, but she's still fighting. So and she's still whooping tail. So I ain't got nothing to say. As long as she backing it up with W's, I ain't got nothing to say. I mean, she ain't fighting often, but hold on, where's her Instagram? I have 11 in the morning to watch this card. Marina Moreau. George said Ebot's going up and down between divisions. Yeah, she doing like Andrade. I guess she's trying to get wherever she can get a title shot. Since that she pulls out all her fights. Yeah, she pulled out some fights, but maybe she gonna be active now. Oh yeah, that's right. Moreau has Eubanks. I forgot about that. She sure do. Oh yeah, Marina Moreau said, "Well, I guess UFC didn't think I deserved top 15 after last fight and gave the spot to some other girls. All healed up now, ready to prove myself. Next fight coming September." Okay, yeah, she's got that fight coming up with Sarge. I forgot about that. Well, that's a good fight. Wow, I got somebody on my Instagram. He said the Lauren Murphy in the Misha Tate fight. He said he's betting both testicles. It'll be a decision. Shoot, I ain't betting both of those. Wait a minute. Okay. Shoot, watch this fight turn out to be a submission, and you bet both testicles. Uh, let me see. High Five said Valentina hates Whaley just like Rose does. Whaley came out of nowhere, and she's as popular as them now. Yeah, she's popular. She's got that. She's got that market value. Gary Baldwin said, "What female fighter isn't posting thirst traps? Even Andrade does it sometimes." Well, let's see. Well, there's a lot who don't. Manon does it. JJ Aldrich, she does it. So there's fighters out there that don't. Rose does it. In the box, I don't think Moreau beats Sarge. Too much of a strength difference, and Moreau doesn't really push the pace in the later fights. She's got the hands though. She's got the hands, and I think she's got the gas tank. If she can use her boxing, I think she can win a decision. But does Sarge have the gas tank to push for 3 rounds? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me see. Ulysses all knows Valentina started to poke on Whaley since she called her out at becoming champion. She took that personally. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why she took that personally. Yeah, I did a video about that a while back. I was like, if she called her out, hey, she just shooting for greatness. I mean, don't worry about it. Like, I mean, the boss said, I just don't think Monroe can keep it on the feet. Let me think. I think maybe Monroe can after the first round. Because if you go back and look at Sarge kept the fight on the ground for the first round, right? But when she started to tire in the second round, after taking Gatto down, using a lot of energy, Gatto reversed it and had the advantage on the ground. So if it doesn't stay on the ground, Moreau might have an advantage because Moreau's an Olympic wrestler too. She's a wrestler too. So if Sarge pushes this high pace on the ground, it might go in the favor of Moreau. Because it's really going to come down to, I think, to the gas tank here and how much energy she uses, even on the ground. Because if, like I said, if she gasses on the ground, if Sarge gasses on the ground, that's going to put that wrestler at an advantage in Moreau. So Moreau is well rounded. So Moreau, she can switch gears. I think. I mean, she does. She's not as big as Sarge. Sarge might have the physical advantage, I think, but who's going to be able to last longer? Like, who's going to have the better gas tank? I think that's Moreau. And who shows up? That's the another thing I got to factor in. Like, Moreau fights so far in between, but when she fights, she wins. As of lately at flyweight. Yeah, because so yeah, if she can't keep it on the feet either, I think she's going to be able to make an adjustment on the ground. Robot Chicken said Monterey Z man does a spam. Yeah, he comes around spray painting. He always comes around spray painting his rose talk. Okay. Oh, okay. I got that. Okay. I was reading something. Um Ernest Richards said Ducote be looking right. Yeah, 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 she does. Yeah, she definitely, yeah, nice looking woman. Mojo said Moreau put it on Agapova last time and got performance of the night. Yes, she did. The boss said, yeah, Moreau definitely has a good chance, but right now I lean towards Sarge. I think she wins the first two rounds and Moreau wins the third. Yeah, if she can keep up them two rounds, she could definitely get it. Let's just hope Sarge makes weight though, right? Let's hope she makes that weight. That's a good fight though. Now I think about it, I forgot about that, man. Moreau and Eubank, that's gonna be good, man. Dang, I forgot about that something. Shoot, yeah. Now if she beats Sarge, she deserves 15, the 15 spot. If Sarge wins, give her a 15 spot. Yeah, Monterey Jack, whatever his name, Monterey Cheese, Monterey Z Man. He said he might be Pat Berry. Yeah, he'll come through and spray paint every now and then. I tell you what, he didn't come around when Carla won though. I ain't see him for about 4 or 5 months. She said, I got a feeling Moreau is going to submit Sarge. Ooh, you said submission? I don't know about that. I can see her outworking, but submission, what you thinking? Armbar? Sarge is pretty good on the ground. Her jiu-jitsu is good. I don't see her getting submitted. What do you think, Nabosh? Chin said Moreau submit Sarge. I can see her outpointing her, but submitting, I don't know. Sarge is tough to submit. How many times has she been submitted? I don't think she has been submitted, right? Sarge been knocked out with a body shot, but she hasn't been submitted. What did the boss got to say about that? I gotta know. Can Moreau submit Sarge Eubank? I mean, she got a record. She's 7-7, but she's always gone the distance. She's always got out of submissions too. So I don't see Moreau having that strength and being able to do that. Chance I can see it if Sarge gets tired or something. If she gets tired, yeah, Moreau's armbar is something. I tell you what. Yeah, high five. Yeah, he said, of course, Marina versus Rose in the making. Yeah, there's nothing else to make, right? Yeah. And the boss said it's possible in the later rounds, maybe. Hmm. I don't know. I don't see it. James said Marina would be good. I doubt, but I doubt it because they want to do blood for the title, and Rose might beat her. Yeah, Andrade Rose 3. That's always a good fight. Dang. Robot Chicken said make it 5 rounds. I'll buy it. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Okay, y'all. So yeah, those are my picks for today or for tomorrow. Um, yeah, should be a good card tomorrow though, y'all. Gotta be up early. Zama said Rose would never agree. Don't be naive. Yeah, 5 rounds would be nice. There's nobody that's gonna at the moment. There's just nobody that can do what Joanna did. No, yeah, nobody can do what Joanna did. She was just that dominant champion, and it might be because of some of the fighters she beat were just easy, or maybe they just weren't ready for her style. And the game's been evolving, so I think it's gonna be hard for anybody to go on a 5-fight title defense in the strawweight division now because it's just that styles are evolving. You got to have everything covered. So that's why that belt goes back and forth because some fighters just aren't ready for this type of style. They have to be ready for whatever's coming. James Perez said, "You saying 5 rounds for what? For Rose and Andrade." Ernest said, "I wonder what Tate rehydrated to." I bet you she rehydrated to maybe like 140, 145. No, 145 is big. Maybe like 140. Said Rose Lemos would be an amazing fight. I like Rose and Marina Rodriguez. That would be a good fight. Oh, sorry. I was just typing something. Um, Brian Williams said everybody at the top of 115 is liable to catch an L from another top fiver. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody on the top is just too well matched for the next person. And sometimes, styles just make fights, and this person's style might counter this person's style. So it's really going to be hard to do what Joanna did, because if we really examine resumes too, at the time, those fighters Joanna beat just didn't have a plan B, plan C, and whatever, like Carla didn't, Penae didn't, Carolina didn't, but if you try to go on a 5-fight win streak against Marina Rodriguez, Zhang Wei Li, Mackenzie Dern, Rose Namajunas, those are some tough fighters right there. You might have the style to beat Zhang Wei Li, but then you could wind up getting, twisted up by and submitted by Mackenzie Dern, just because the styles are that different, and not just different, but just um, evolved. The boss, I don't know if Rose accepts another Andrade fight. She took so much damage in the first two. If I'm Rose, I'm going to try to avoid her as long as I can. I mean, yeah. I mean, really, like, if I was in her position and I know I'm not making 2 million or 3 million a fight, yeah, I would avoid her. You know what I mean? Like, her style makes for their styles together make for a good fight, but as far as the pain after, she probably like, shoot, that ain't worth it. She thinking that way. She'll be like, yo, I'll fight Zhang Wei Li again or somebody, but you won't catch me fighting Andrade 3 or 4 times. Mastermind said, I hope Manon calls for a title shot if she wins this September. Yeah, if she goes in there and like knocks Andrade out, I want her to call for the bullet. I want the beast to call for the bullet. High Five said Carla taking Rose down is also in Rose's every night dream. Yeah, those are two styles. Like, one very physical and one's very mental. Robot Chicken said Valentine is above criticism. She clearly looked human in her last fight. Oh yeah, yeah, right. You're right, Robot Chicken. Yeah, like, nobody's above criticism. I mean, if we just talking, like, you just talking about fighters, nobody's above criticism. I do that over here all the time. Like, I don't bash, but I'm even talking about Valentina. I'm always open to different things, but the simps, they don't, like, they get mad when I criticize Valentina, or if I call some, or if I think Tyler won. They be like, oh, you just, you riding somebody's jock, or you don't know. I'll be like, no, I'm just not a simp, and I'm willing to open my mind, and I know this fight game, so I'm willing to say somebody's not perfect. I'm not down on my knees like y'all be. You know what I mean? I mean, I respect these fighters, give them a bow like we going into the cage, but I ain't getting down on my knees. And so yeah, I mean, I'm open to critique and tell you what I see. So yeah, you're right, Robot Chicken. Um, James Perez said, "Don't worry, Manon will get it." Yeah, Manon gonna get in there and show that work, man. Manon's going for the throat, boy. High Five said Manon is focusing on her strength, and she would piece Andrade up with her kickboxing and maybe head kick her to the shadow realm. I hope so. Not nothing, ain't nothing against Andrade. I'm just saying I hope so, because that's the only way she will get a title shot. She needs to let those kicks go, stab her in the body, Don't telegraph it. Throw that check right hook. Throw that straight left hand right down the pipe and just break Manone's break Andrade down. Gary said, I think Manone finishes Andrade and then Andrade moves to strawweight and fights Rose. Rose comes out of the fight looking red. Oh, yeah. If Manone whoops Andrade, Andrade is going back down to 115 for good. She took this call because, she's still ranked. And, Nick Maynard probably said, yo, I need you. Kagan's pulling out. But the minute Manone puts that work, she's out. She's going back down to 115. Daniel Edwards, what's going on? He said Val kept initiating clinches. She needs to change the game plan to just striking to beat Santos. Yeah, that's true. Because when you initiate clinch with a physically strong fighter like that, you know what's going to happen, right? She had the timing in the range. And she had the left hand. And she had the body kicks. Tyler Santos was landing a pretty good kick too, because y'all saw that damage. Nice bruising she put on her thigh, on Valentina's thigh. All right, I'm finished typing something here. Then I'm about to get off here. Hold on. Okay, hold on. James Perez said, "What kick? You didn't see Santos land some kick. I know she did. Come on now, she landed some kicks. You saw that bruising on her thigh. Come on now. I saw them kicks landed, and I saw Valentina's leg was red. And then later on, when she was in her swimsuit in another photo, you could see the bruise in there. She left a little mark. Now, come on now. It might have not been consistent, but she did land when she did. Come on now. I know you love Valentina, but come on now. We're gonna call it what it is, man. That's why I was saying that was money right there. If she would have kept doing it, it probably would have led to more. I'm not saying like it knocked her out or anything or knocked her down, but it did land. And it was effective because look at the damage it did. If she would have kept doing it, it would have led to better things. That's my point. Because if she left that much of a mark on Valentina, imagine if she kept chopping at the tree. Jen said he saw that kick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was at least like two or three of them, and they did damage. That's what I'm saying. The girl is powerful. If she could have closed distance more, she could have did. She could have did more damage. High Five says Santos injured Valentina too. It's not a pre-fight injury. Oh, whoa, for real? She got injured from that fight. Where'd she get injured at? Talk to me, High Five. Let me know what happened. Like, what kind of injury did she have after, or what did she develop during the fight? Also, Okay, y'all. I'm about to get off here in a minute. Yeah, we agree on that, James. She should have. She could have just like thrown on the ground, but she did. Basically, must have been a reason for her not to strike more. I think maybe it was the timing with Valentina. I'm gonna be real. It's a timing thing. Like you don't want to take too many chances because you don't want to strike with the striker. If the striker is better than you, you might not want to take too many chances. Like Tyler Santos might have not seen the goal that we seen, but probably because he's too busy thinking about the big shots coming back. You know what I mean? It's like when Floyd Mayweather, you might catch Floyd with a good right hand, but will you be able to do it consistently? Maybe not, because you'll be thinking about what's coming back at you, or that fighter might learn from that mistake right then. Mastermind said if I had an injury before the fight, was on therapy by UFC PI before the fight, but she still continued the event. No, Tyler coming back, they might not be in again because I don't know if Val won it though, right? Right, James? Right. Did she want it again? Well, let's let her get healed up, then we'll talk. Waterson. Santos put bullet on a stretcher. Zaman says Shevchenko's light years away from being close to perfect. She's a fighter with tons of flaws, but she's lucky to be in the weakest division in the UFC. Wow. I'm gonna leave that right there. Wow. Okay. Chicken said if a fighter wins the fight, that's not exposed. Right. It's just tested, right? It just means you walked through fire and you came out with some burns, but you made it. Exposed is if your behind got toasted. If you come out in ashes. You came out thinking you fireproof and you come out in ashes. You know what I mean? That's exposed. But like if you came in, you catch a couple burns and then you put the fire out, that's okay. We will move on. You did what you were supposed to do. But yeah, y'all, I'm done. I'm gonna get off of here now. But before you go, we got like 20 people. Make sure you hit the like before you go. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. Subscribe. Like I said earlier, getting close to 1,000. Have a little celebration. Maybe do a giveaway if we get to 1,000. Yeah, we'll do that. Will I get on? Will I get on and do the Penae Ducote fight? That's like at 11 o'clock. I might do a post fight because I'm still tired at that time. I'm not a morning person. So stay tuned for maybe a post fight. Maybe I'll do a post fight for Penae and Ducote because I might still be watching that in bed. Yeah, we'll see though. UFC on ABC should be on ESPN Plus too. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. There we go. Mojo said, "Peace out. Look for you sometime tomorrow." Okay. Yeah, like I said, if not during the first fight, after, for a little post-fight talk. Yeah, let's go Emily Ducote, right? Let's go. All right, y'all. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.